The outbreak of the COVID-19 in March 2020 in Kenya greatly impacted musicians and the entertainment industry at large. This prevented concerts from happening due to travel bans and event venues closure. The pandemic brought a lot of hurdles in the music industry as musicians could no longer earn from performances. Dr. Esther Wahome, HSC, is a legendary international gospel music extraordinaire. I talked to her on the Kenyan gospel music industry pre and post the COVID-19 pandemic.
Hi, my name is Dr. Esther Wahome. I'm a contemporary gospel music artist, a preacher of the gospel. I am a mother and a brand ambassador for many brands. The coming in of COVID-19 affected every aspect of art and especially music. On a personal level, I was affected in the sense that I mostly do my performances in Kenya and in many other several countries. And at that particular time, when COVID came in, I was actually on tour in Europe. And after that, the situation continued, and so travels had to stop, events had to stop, and everything had to stop. So it slowed down everything. On a personal level, it affected my movements, that is especially traveling to countries for performances and for ministry. And so the effect went down to financial and every other aspect of it. Before COVID, I was all over. I was doing international tours, international performances in different countries, as far as Asia, Europe, America, every part of Africa. And just before COVID hit, I was actually caught up on tour in Europe. And at that particular time, I was specifically in Germany, and I had to come back to Kenya as an emergency after now lockdown hit. And after that, everything else just shut down. There were no travels, there were no events, and basically COVID just stopped everything as far as creative art, entertainment, movements, travels is concerned. So that's the time it called for musicians to just be strong and look for avenues and other ways to remain visible and to remain relevant and to keep in touch with fans and followers. And digital platforms were the answer for this. So every content creator, every musician just took advantage of the digital space to create content from the comfort of their homes and use their cameras and any gadget they had to just get on the digital space to sing, to interact, were it social media platforms. I personally, from a personal level, I interacted more. I intensified my interaction with my fans and followers and those people who are blessed by my music by being visible, very, very much visible on my social media platforms, and also by creating content that would go to my YouTube channel, that is Esther Wahome Official. And so the interaction was there. It was different because the other times we used to meet one-on-one and physically, and you're physically there just doing the music, but this time it had to be on the digital space.
Mike Mother is a Kenyan vernacular gospel musician and doubles up as a celebrity makeup artist and beauty consultant. I talked to him about the gospel music industry and how it has been affected during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay, my name is Mike Mother, and I'm a Kikuyu gospel artist, and I'm also in beauty industry as a beauty consultant, therapist, and a makeup artist. COVID-19 has really affected me as a musician in terms of financially. Financially, I've been affected because most of the artists, or me as an artist, I depend mostly on performances to maybe for a pay. I depend on performances, which I do know, like you know, during the COVID-19, there were no social gatherings, there were no churches, so yeah, we were so much affected because of that. Like I've said, there was the financial bit of it. There were no performances, so people, myself, I was really struggling, maybe paying the bills. It was so hard. It was not easy paying the bills. Then the other thing was like recording. You couldn't go recording, one, because of the finances. You don't have the money, and even if you had the money, like myself, I had the fear of going and sharing the, what do I call it, sharing the microphone, because especially with so many pastors, many artists dying, most people associated it with the microphone. So there was that fear. Those are some of the struggles that I had. Then there was like when I was shooting my latest video, because of the curfew and the lockdown, I remember I incurred double cost, because I was unable to finish the shoot on time. And then when I was going to I had two locations of venues, one in Kiambu, and the other one was somewhere in Esther. And then when we got to that point, there was lockdown just before we got to the venue, so I couldn't finish. And of course, because of the social distancing, I had a crew that you had to hire more cars than usually. So that's some of the struggles that I've faced. People started going the online way, which is a good thing, because at least it shows some growth, and we are accepting that the technology that we have.
Maurice Guiding is a digital content manager and head of YouTube at Ngomma VAS Limited. I talked to him on the role of digital platforms on the Kenyan music industry pre and post the COVID-19 pandemic.
My name is Maurice Guiding, popularly known as Alasi. I do a lot, but basically I'm an entertainer first, and also a content manager at Ngomma VAS. I head the YouTube department. When COVID-19 hit, a lot of entertainers were affected, especially because there were no venues to go perform. The lockdown came, and performance rely on live performance for upkeep. And once that was out of the way, it means there's nothing coming, flowing to the pockets. So it means that you have to look for other ways for upkeep. And a lot of musicians, live performance were affected, but digital market was also open for them. So those who took advantage of the digital platforms got an advantage. A lot of artists depends on the mainstream media and now the TV stations to market and push their music. But now, over the years, digital platforms have come and taken over, and especially when the lockdown, the COVID hit, you get that a lot of people are just at home, sitting idle, doing nothing. But now there were a lot of channels now to watch music and to watch content. So I believe online media, I'll any day push for online and digital media, came in and gave platforms to musicians. So I think it impacted a lot to the musicians.
YouTube has really been a great platform for me as a musician, because I am able to relate with my fans across the world. And it's a beautiful platform also because you can release any content from wherever you are. And the beautiful part of it also is that you also get to earn revenue from it. So it's a great platform. It has been a great platform, more so especially during this time where it ended up being like almost the only platform among other few that you could reach out, you could put your content, and you could also earn from.
From YouTube, as a musician, I've benefited so much by, first, I've been monetized, so I get paid by YouTube. And then from YouTube is where I got the popularity, the fame, let me say popularity. I got it from YouTube because I was doing a lot of promoting and pushing my work on social medias, which was directing people to YouTube. Then from there, due to the COVID pandemic, I realized that I needed to do something extra because I didn't have, like, I couldn't produce music every day, but I started a side hustle, which is a beauty parlor, or it's a spa where I deal with beauty. And then whatever I do there, I post it also on my YouTube channel, and that has also helped me so much to gain more popularity, even musically. Yeah.
I can say that artists are earning from YouTube. Artists are pushing their content through YouTube. A good example is, let's take a gospel artist like Esther Wahome, who over the years have become a household name in Africa, not only in Kenya. You get that if she was just relying on other platforms like maybe the national TVs to push her brand out there, probably it could have limited her to just the Kenyan market. But now she has crossed all over the world thanks to digital platforms, especially YouTube, because that's where people will stream her music, that's where people will see her live performance. And at the same time, not only now the visibility, there's that factor of let me say revenue. At the end of the day, artists are like the kawaida people, mwananchi. They are trying to make a living out of it, and once you combine that plus now giving people good content, you make good money out of it. And we've seen a person like Esther Wahome do that, maintaining her brand over the years. I believe over 3 decades, if I'm not wrong, and that's thanks to YouTube, and that content will forever be consumed as much as it's on the platform. So yeah, I think YouTube has played a big role to the artists and entertainers.
Media convergence has really helped the music industry, and even on personal levels, because it makes it so easy for you to just upload your content in just one platform at any time, from any place that you are. It makes everything, it has made everything very, very easy, even for our viewers, our followers, and and those people who are our fans across the world. They are able to just get anything about you from one source.
Media convergence have positive impact on the music industry in as a general, because one, there's visibility, because you just put your music on YouTube, then you promote it. Anyone can see your music, and like when we didn't have the YouTube, then we have ease of access, because now with your phone you can just click and watch that song anytime, anywhere. And then financially, of course, because YouTube, when you have the threshold, you get monetized and you get paid by YouTube. Also, I think the cumbersomeness of printing the copies, the CDs that we used to do, that was too much work. That has been reduced to just YouTube. You just go there, view, and from the viewing, from the commenting, the artists get paid.
Digitization played a very big role in the gospel music industry, because everybody was able to keep alive. Everybody was able to be out there, to be visible. So if you got your stuff, if you got yourself, your content, your music, everything about yourself on the digital space, you didn't lose touch with your fans and followers across the world. So it played a very positive role, and I don't know what would have happened without digitization. So it's a great thing that we had that, because that is what kept us visible.
It's now time to go out there as an artist, make more songs, make more videos, make more content, because you never know what will hit us again. And so let's take advantage, let's go all out and entertain the world. Yeah.
My final remarks would be, at least I would say COVID came to open up people's eyes. It was an eye opener, because at least now people can do their things and post them on their social media, on YouTube, on wherever they post them on their social medias, and they earn from it. So I feel like we should keep at that, and at least let's work hard. And also we need, because we've been taught so much by COVID, let's invest. Let's not put all our eggs in one basket.
We thank God that we are coming into better times, and we are able now to go back to concerts, and we can't just go back to where we were completely, so we just have to empower what we built, that is empowerment and getting better and greater on the social media platforms, on the digital platforms. And because everything now has moved to the digital platforms, so empowerment towards that is the best way to go as a musician.
That's all on today's feature on the gospel music industry pre and post the COVID-19 pandemic. My name is Michelle Wangondu.